As we head down the road, I want you to know that today's episode is sponsored by Honey, the easy way to save when shopping on your iPhone or computer. How do you feel about online shopping? I mean, we all do it so much these days because let's face it, it's convenient. But it's also frustrating because we all get to that point in the checkout where we're prompted to enter a promo code and we don't have it. Damn it. Huh? We could have saved some money. Other people do. They know where the codes are. And I meant that promo codes. They know where they are. We don't, do we? No, we don't. But thanks to Honey, all right? Manually searching for a coupon code is a thing of the past. Honey is the free shopping tool. It scours the internet for promo codes and applies the best one it finds to your cart. It's simple. When you're shopping on your favorite website and go to the checkout, the Honey button appears. All you have to do is click Apply Coupons and wait a few seconds while Honey searches for coupon codes. And if it finds one, you watch the price drop. And I have, okay? I have done it. I even installed it on my own. And I'm an idiot. Look, I ordered some neti pot salt recently. We won't go into my problems, but the fact of the matter is coupon codes appeared. I got a better deal, and I was one happy person. And that certainly wouldn't have happened without Honey. Also, you should know that Honey doesn't just work on the desktop, it works on your iPhone too. Just activate it on the Safari browser on your iPhone and save on the go. If you don't already have Honey, you could be straight up missing out. And by you using it, you are supporting this podcast and something I've used. That's why I'm recommending you go and get Honey for free by going to www.joinhoney.com/Lewis. That's joinhoney.com/Lewis. This could all go horribly wrong at any minute. And the rubber chicken says, oh, yes. He says, hell, I'm smarter than a lot of human beings because even I know that climate change is real. And for God's sakes, I'm just a rubber chicken. And hell, they're human beings. They should know better. Yes, they should. Maybe we can get you on television to talk to them and try to explain your position on this. Maybe they'll listen to you, rubber chicken. Well, we'll negotiate your contract some other time because we have to get on with Rantcast number 50. That's right. This is our 50th Rantcast, rubber chicken. My, how time flies. And this one is entitled Lewis Black's Rantcast number 50. Oh, 3 billionaires walked onto a launch pad. Yes, sirree, Bob. Here we are once again. The shit doesn't change, does it? No, it does not. We are in the midst of climate madness. It doesn't stop. The fucking country burning to the ground. Chunks of it are going. Fucking the highest apparently ever recorded temperature was just found in somewhere in the middle of nowhere, 130 degrees, furnace something or something, and 130 degrees. Fuck, that's when you can bake a chicken. Don't say anything. Oh my God, it's unbelievable to me. Just extraordinary. And then you got Germany, fucking the Netherlands, fucking Belgium, fucking massive flooding, epic floods, epic, unknown in my lifetime, like never seen before. And especially in Germany or the Dutch, who I visited hundreds of times, their whole thing is water. Even they got caught. And the Germans are fucking, their whole thing is mechanics. Well, it was impossible to ask the Germans. You're so good at this. You had an incredible thing in place, apparently, in terms of a flood warning system and how to deal with it. It happened so quickly that their system couldn't deal with it. That's how fast this shit is occurring. And these idiots want to deny it. God damn it, I haven't got the time or the energy. And then these three guys, this Tuesday, huh? By the time you get this, Bezos will have launched himself into space. And he'll be back. Quack, quack, quack. I'm up into space. Wait. I gotta get better than all the guys. Okay, I'm the best. Way better than Virgin. And look at that Elon Musk, who's named after a former cologne or whatever. God damn it. Is something, what? Yeah, they want to start space tourism. No, they don't. They can see with the writing on the wall. They want to get the fuck out of here. That's what they want to do. They're creating a goddamn fucking way for each of them to get to wherever the fuck they think they're going and get the hell out of here before this planet fucking just eats itself alive. And all these idiots worry about it. Well, how can we pay for this stuff? Because then it's going to be on our shoulders. Well, okay, you know what's going to happen? There won't be anything for the children won't be able to they won't be alive. Okay? Unless we pay for the stuff. All right? It's got to be done. And if we pay for the stuff, then they'll be alive, and then we'll generate money, and then we'll be able to actually maybe get something. Fucking we can live properly. God damn it, this is unbelievable. And been screaming about it for years. Everybody has. Well, no, we can't go because we got to get. No. Enough's enough. Ball game's over. We crossed the line. Everybody knows we've crossed the line except a group of dinosaurs that are wandering around, hoping that they'll turn into fossil fuels. Okay? God damn it. This is exhausting. Just exhausting. Same shit week after week after week. We leave that the former leader behind. And then and then with that nonsense, now we go into a whole new cycle of bullshit. God damn it, the madness is it's unfucking-lievable. It really is. Kidding me? What the fuck is the matter with us? And are we really? What are we trying to show now? What have we been doing now? Now we can't even fucking. People are the fucking. The goddamn. We have a fucking vaccine, and people won't vaccinate, and it's on the rise in all the states. Cases on the rise because people won't do it because they've got no fucking information. But because we've decided that it's okay for anybody to say whatever the fuck they want. That's the freedom. Once you take your mask off, you can blithering whatever the fuck. Yeah, boy, you're going to end up, your nuts will fall off, your ear sacs, whatever the fuck your ear sacs are. God damn it. Okay? Freedom doesn't mean that you get to make shit up. And by making shit up, it makes it real. Okay? People showing up, sticking shit. I saw it again. These idiots showed up in Ohio in front of, I guess, the representatives, in front of their representatives there. Same group of, wherever they come from. How come this metal sticks to me? Because you're sweating like a pig, all right? Boy, you said pig, right? Shut up. Yeah, that's why. It got caught on the sweat, magnetized. People are magnetized. People are being tracked. You fucking carry a phone around. Why do we have to do this? Huh? In the name of what? You'd rather be dead? You don't watch them taking person after person after person who's not vaccinated themselves into the fucking hospital? At what point do you not see reality? How come this is not seen as people are being psychotic? Okay? How come it's not a mental health issue? Gee, I could be cured. I could stop this, but I don't want to do that because that would mean that the former leader would be upset with me or my neighbors because I haven't got. Why? What are we? You know what? One wonders if it's just a concerted effort on one part of our country. Really trying to leave behind a record of how not to deal with a pandemic. Let us show you exactly how not to deal with a pandemic. This will be the perfect way. That even when you find a way to put a damper on it, everybody knows, except those who deny it. Everybody knows, because the numbers are there, that if the people who are going to the hospitals are people who have not been vaccinated. That's what is happening. And now you're allowing these variants to just fucking run rampant. And we're going to end up with more variants. And people have just got a video. Kathleen is working this week, which is unbelievable to me. I work next week, but She had to actually fly out to Reno, which seemed to be a very scary place. And she was sitting at the Los Angeles airport after flying back. She flew from Reno to LA, and then LA, I guess, back home. And she sent the pictures to people at the airport. They're packed in. Granted, hopefully, it seems like most of them are wearing masks, but it's a madhouse. It is a fucking madhouse. We are crazy. We have lost our fucking minds. We have lost our way. And there are people out there. What country? We got all the food we possibly want, let's throw it away. We got all the vaccines we possibly want, let's throw it away. Let us prove to the world that the greatest country on earth is the most wasteful country on earth. That's what we are. That is really what we lead the world in. Waste. That is what we're good at. We are given God's gifts. Oh, did he say that? Yeah, he said it. Okay? Did I say that to the rubber chicken? Yeah, I did. Because nobody's in here in this cable access fucking studio I've seen to establish for myself. It's freaking me out. It freaks me out to sit here and talk like this without anyone listening. I mean, I know you're listening. And I'd like to thank all of you who send in your rants, because that's what's keeping, obviously, what you can see what's happening here. You're keeping my tenuous grip on reality, at least with somewhat of a grip. It's as tenuous as it might be, but thank you for that. But it is just it's just too much. We do not get it. We just say, I don't know. I went down a road there, and now I'm lost. I went into a cul-de-sac. That happens from time to time, especially when you try to make a point, especially in these times, and especially when everything is making you fucking crazy. And this is really making me crazy. And they also have to stop when they say that the people who came back that from these people got vaccinated, but they tested positive for COVID. What they have to say is that they're asymptomatic, or that they're slightly sick, and that they're not in the hospital, and that they're not suffering. Okay? Or they have to tell us what the fuck's going on if it's bad. But they're not. So since they're kind of just saying that they got it, then it just makes it sound like, well, if you get the shot, it doesn't matter because you could get it anyway and end up in the hospital, because that's what it fucking sounds like. Come on, keep the information lanes clear, folks. It's your job out there. Do it. All we can do is listen and hope you fucking clarify shit so that people are able to fucking not be afraid of getting vaccinated. God damn it. Even the rubber chicken's been vaccinated 3 times. Son of a bitch. And I had to take him the 3rd time. But I was like so pissed. Really? You need it? Yeah. I told him he doesn't need it. He's a rubber chicken. He doesn't give a shit. It's like his Pinocchio thought he'd become a boy. The rubber chicken thinks he's going to become a real chicken. Just makes you nuts. But that's who's in the room with me. That's who's here in the cable access room. Good news, Boris Johnson's out in Britain. There's some good news. If you lived in Britain, I guess. Maybe it's good for Europe. Maybe it's good for us. Who knows? I don't certainly know. I'm just glad he's gone. He shouldn't have never been elected prime minister, not with that hair. You don't get to be the prime minister with hair like that. You don't get to be the leader anywhere. If you look in the mirror and your hair looks asinine, I fucking spend time trying to make this coif work before I show up here. And these people, he doesn't. He look at that. That hair is madness. That hair is ludicrous, and lunacy. It's the sign that he doesn't give a shit, and he didn't give a shit because the problem is he didn't care about the truth. He was lying. They finally said, "Well, we had enough of your lies." Maybe at some point here we'll do that with our politicians. Maybe we should have a 3 lies and you're fucking out concept. We did it in terms of prison, that didn't work. But I think in terms of politicians, it's a great idea. Oh, you did it once? Okay. Twice, once is an accident, twice is you're trying to sneak something by. 3rd time, no, you're really pulling your shit. Go. No one should be allowed who's in office to just make shit up. Okay, when is that? But it's not in the Constitution. They said, that's freedom of speech. You can make all the shit up you want. No, you can't make up another reality. It's, we are destroying our mental capability. Mine is gone. We are destroying our mentality over it, and God knows what it's doing to the children. To the children. I had Kathleen Madigan. She goes, the children. But, and I did not mean to say it that way, but it's the children. And who knows what it's doing to them. But I know that Boris Johnson never should have been elected. That Brexit thing, he just made all this bullshit up. We're going to get 300 million billion gazillion dollars because we're going to pull out of this European Union, which is just worthless to us. So we can bring back the pound and we can run our own economic system and it'll be marvelous. Well, the money didn't come because he was just making this crap up. He had a bus he wandered around in. Oh, it's going to be great. Well, it isn't great. I don't think it's been great for England. I thought it was stupid for them. And what do I know anything? No. I just was figuring on the fact that a European Union might be nice. It would be really great. It'd be great for the world. It'd be great for the understanding amongst people. And maybe they could show us in some sort of fashion something we haven't learned, obviously, as we're watching, as the Supreme Court says it's up to the states, that our states don't know how to deal with each other. And maybe we could learn from the European Union. I thought that their interaction may teach us something, and it would certainly create a greater unification between all of us. And Britain went, no, we're going to do this, and they did it with a guy who had bad hair. They're listening to someone with bad hair, beyond belief. And speaking of bad hair, they just discovered that the former leader, they think. I can't believe they think, I'm sure, had Comey and McCabe were audited by the IRS. Yes, they were. The odds of being selected for that audit in any given year are 1 in 153 million individual returns. When that audit was, they asked for that audit. 1 in 153 million returns. That occurred in 2017. And the two of them were picked? Seriously? Come on. Well, it wasn't. He wasn't going after them. Fuck you. There we go. Another important call. You're getting this in real time. That's another call with nothing. Nobody answered. There's probably a tape. That's what they usually do. And then they don't play the tape if somebody picks up the phone. Oh, boy. Spamorama. You try to get some stuff done, and there's spamming me on a landline because they think I'm elderly, which is a good shot the way things are going. I'm reaching it just by the sheer weight of the news I have to go through every day, just from the sheer nonsense that is out there. Whew. Yeah, right. Yes, sirree, we begin 2022 in the midst of a fucking shitstorm again, huh? The numbers are rising, but we have better tools in our toolbox. I keep hearing that over and over and over again, and I'm kind of sick of hearing it, but I'm glad we do have better tools in our toolbox. But we also have still a massive amount of fools out there who will just who do not think that they're afraid of they have trouble with going to a doctor. They don't trust them. They don't trust science anymore. I don't know if it's because they failed all their science classes and therefore fear it. But they'll show up at an emergency room and take whatever the hell they're giving them. And wander down the aisles of a supplement. Oh, what supplement should I be? God damn it. But they won't take the shots. Nope. They won't take the shots. So we're at the oh my God variant now. I'm not blaming them, but it does not help. It is the one thing that kind of stands between us and what appears to be just a fucking, we're like in that, the hamster in the wheel. And we're just spinning through it again and again. We're in that spin cycle. I'm going to read this. What does it take to get shots in their arms, huh? Because metaphorically, it seems that they would prefer to take their chances with a shot in their heads. Okay? I mean, I think that sentence kind of works. That they're leaving themselves open for it. for the Delta, for the Omicron, or whatever's next in the pantheon of variants. And meanwhile, we need to get it to the rest of the world, and it doesn't help when we're kind of going, no, we don't. We got a whole group of people who aren't doing it because they shouldn't be told that they should have to do it. Well, they shouldn't be told that they should have to do it. They should just fucking do it. All right, enough. Here we are in 2022, and and the state of Virginia is at a standstill. That I-95, which I went up and down, up and down, up and down for years as I went to the University of North Carolina, and was always never a joy, is now in the midst of a logjam. Yes, sirree, Bob, a traffic jam that is kept. It's 19 hours they've been sitting out there in a snowstorm. But we've got, and it took us this long to come up with, with an infrastructure bill. It defies description. Drive sometime, if you get the chance. Drive from Washington into Virginia. Start on 495. Get a real good sense of that, and then whip on down through there. And it's crazy anyway. With snow, can't imagine. 2022. I hope you had a very lovely New Year's Eve celebration. We all hunkered down, all my friends. We were all alone. Everybody kind of went into their own private podette. I was stunned. Just blocks from where I live was the fabulous gathering to watch the ball drop, because it's so important. I've never understood it. I don't know of any of my friends who've ever gone down there. It is really, people see it as an iconic moment. It's amazing. I see it as, I wouldn't want to be with all of the people that I'm, at the worst that I am drunk, or to gather with all of the worst that I am when I'm drunk, of all of them. I can't, and to do it now. And I thought, well, there's 15,000 people, they'll keep them spread out, not even spread out, right on top of each other, but they're outside. No, but they're right on top of each other. And they weren't masked. And maybe, and I hope I'm wrong. Maybe it isn't bad. Maybe it's not bad. Maybe it's not a spreader event. But in the midst of the numbers rising here in the city and in the state and in the country, I was sitting there going, with 3 minutes left to go. I didn't turn it on till then. 3 minutes left to go. I'm sitting there going, holy God, look at this. I can't believe it. We're going to show the world that we're going to just, we're going to muscle through this. You don't muscle through it. Okay? You kind of have to do some things. It's not long. This is much better. We have better tools in our toolbox. And if we do, let's use them. It'd be nice if this was a tool in our toolbox, huh? This the brain. Maybe we can someday get that working. Sheesh, he said. Well, I idiotically made the decision last week that I would have this review of a year in review. And why would I want to review the year? Why would you want to sit through a review of last year? Okay? It was like the year before, but even worse. And maybe it was, but we did get a leg up individually. Now we got to get a leg up as a group. Okay, now we got to get both legs up. God damn it. It was certainly better because we did come up with this vaccine. And that's for sure. But boy, oh boy, things just seem to continue to spiral into shittiness. And now the airports are packed and people couldn't get home fast enough. And it was just a really, boom, there you go. And I'm going to go through last year. Last year was just, one thing after a fucking other. Okay? The news doesn't help. The news doesn't help because it's really just become awful. Ridiculous, because you either pick it up on your phone and then you get some kind of a thing and you don't know, because then you got to research if what you got was actually real or a fact or true. We don't get facts anymore. We get, and misinformation seems to be the king. Boy, that seems to hold a lot better than facts, because it just wears people down. They just go, I don't remember. It wears down the fucking memory, which is already wearing down in all of us. It's not just me. I'm sure of that. If you don't get together and you don't have the thing where you repeat day after day after day, where you kind of are like, I did this and I did that, and what did you do? And you have that interchange, that constant interchange that allows this up here to not turn into a bone marrow soup or whatever it's like, come on, it's we have, so that the misinformation, the pounding of it, and then so the news comes on and goes, well, this is misinformation, and then they repeat it. Why repeat it? Okay, the people aren't watching who are getting the misinformation. All right, they go to places where they can get the misinformation. You don't need to repeat it for others. So the rest of us who are sitting by and kind of knowing it's misinformation go, I don't know how to argue with that anymore. So we roll into, it's January 6th in a couple of days, for fuck's sake. And when people don't have a memory, and then they started already from the very beginning, it's always tourists. I mean, fucking unbelievable. And you don't get removed from Congress for that schmuck saying it was tourists? You don't get him a psychiatric intervention? The tourists show up with clubs and fucking any kind of and flags and just beat the shit out of people, and that nobody seems to give a flying fuck. That somehow that a year has passed, we have no idea why no one showed up to protect the to protect people, huh? Just the Capitol Police were there. What are you fucking kidding me? A year? We need more than infrastructure. We need fucking investigation infrastructure. Christ on a fucking. It's just beyond. I can't believe I just said that. My brain stopped. You just said Christ on a. Well, it drives me round the bend. Somebody has to know something. There's a reason that the National Guard didn't show up. $10 billion, but nothing. And I mean that seriously. We have just spent $10 billion going through a campaign that left most of us exhausted, weary, frightened, psychotic, wondering, what is the matter with us? Huh? Does any other country spend this kind of money on an election? No. But God, people yell and scream about paying taxes and all of that stuff. But boy, you'll shove money. Boy, just give me a porthole to flush my money down the toilet. Okay, it can't be run like this. We have got to stop dealing with elections like this. This is madness. All right? And if you're going to spend $10 billion, you know what it makes? It makes the Washington Commodore sale from between what they're saying is $5 billion to $7 billion looks like a bargain. Huh? Guy, you can sell T-shirts and shit. Little historical uniforms. God in heaven. It does. A team that truly sucks, and they're going to sell that for $5 to $7 billion. That is a huge. That's a bargain. That's it, pure and simple. Okay. $10 billion for a campaign in which literally nothing is discussed. Not a thing. It's all about, well, what should the message should have been? Shouldn't this be the message? Why are they sending out that message? Why are the Republicans talking about, critical race theory, or why are they yelling about LGBTQ and screaming about banned books? And why are they doing that? Why aren't they talking about? Meanwhile, why aren't the Democrats talking about the economy? What are their ideas? Have spent $10 billion and not one idea expressed. A bunch of ludicrous ads that have got to be just not. Even in high school, we did better. Our posters had more information. This is my family. Here's my dog Squatto. Boy, he can do tricks, and I can do tricks too. If you were like, what? Stop it already! I don't think this can't go on like this. the length of it. And then to march these people on day after day on the TV to tell me what it is that they think about what it is. And none of them knew shit. And then at the end they go, well, we don't really know shit because these people are making shit up. It's ludicrous. How is it possible that we can repeat this every 4 years and every 2 years, really, and we get further and further into the shitter when it comes to how to fucking run an election in a short period of time in which ideas must be expressed. And as soon as somebody says something nasty about their opponent or makes shit up, that's it. Get them fuck out. We don't have time for this anymore. All right? We're going to hell in a handbasket faster than we ever have. And we're wandering around, worried about a bunch of nonsense. A bunch of fucking nonsense. I'm just $10 billion, And what does that mean? But, you talk about inflation, huh? But use the $10 billion. And it comes right on the heels of Veterans Day. It's the Friday after the election. It was Veterans Day. Please, people, give the $10 billion to the veterans. Maybe it's biblical. Maybe that's what this is. Huh? I'm certainly not one to be your biblical guy, but maybe that's what this is. All of it. It's not climate change. It's God saying, "Hey, you fucked up, and enough is fucking enough." All right. And now you got a whole group of people that you elected, this whole group of nasties, and in other countries, idiots have been elected, and shit is going on in China and elsewhere. And God looked down and said, "I'm fucking sick of it. So I'm gonna poke you here and here and here." And maybe it's time there's a new book of the Bible, and it should be called. What should it be called? Okay. You got two major ones, the Old Testament and the New Testament, and now the next Testament, which should be called What the Fuck? Huh? That maybe should be the name of the next Bible. And I'm a little freaked because I got a show coming up in a few days, and it'll be my first show, and it's really starting to stress me out. It's like when and listen to that siren in the background, who could be coming for me for all I know. He's yelling too loud. Some of those who live in the building have decided it's time to take him away. Once a week, he's in that room screaming like a banshee. I think he's lost his mind. Well, I certainly have come close, because the stress of this is like when I used to have to take those fucking tests that would go on forever. And it was like, and my mother, it was really important that I'd come home with that A, or boy, oh boy, there'd be hell to pay. So that's what I feel like. I feel like I'm heading into Monday night show. I need an A, and my brain looks at the notes. Seriously, I pick it up, I look, and my brain goes, no, Lewis, we don't care. We haven't been doing anything, have we? We've not been concentrating enough for us to be able to focus. Now, I might as well be sitting with the paper like this. Might as well put it against my head. And then like the people who say that maybe that'll work as well. That's like people who say that they're magnetized so that from the vaccine. That's why they're not getting the vaccine. Maybe that's what maybe this is what I can memorize this way. Wouldn't that be fun? And then I could say when I didn't, I could go on stage and I could go, I've been trying to memorize it this week. And I was told, I read on Facebook and Instagram that if I put the paper to my head, that I would be able to memorize. And God, I'm really sorry. I just wasn't able to. So there'll be no show tonight. Hasn't worked out. And I've got a lot of metal stuck to my chest and made it hard to sleep. As we barrel down the road, I just want you to know that today's episode is sponsored by Honey, the easy way to save when shopping on your iPhone or computer. How do you feel about online shopping? I mean, we all do it so much these days because, let's face it, it's convenient. But it's also frustrating because we all get to that point in checkout where we're prompted to enter a promo code. And we don't have it, do we? No, damn. We could have saved some money. But no, other people have the promo codes. Where did they find them? Huh? How do they know and we don't? Well, you don't have to worry anymore because thanks to Honey, Manually searching for a coupon code is a thing of the past. Honey is the free shopping tool that scours the internet for promo codes and applies the best one it finds to your cart. It's so simple, okay? When you're shopping on your favorite website and go to the checkout, the Honey button appears. All you have to do is click Apply Coupons and wait a few seconds while Honey searches for coupon codes. If it finds one, you watch the price drop. And I have just recently with neti pot salt, and I won't go into my problems, but the fact is that 5 different coupon codes appeared. That's right, and I got the best deal. And let me tell you, if I can do it, you can do it. Also, you should know that Honey doesn't just work on the desktop, it works on your iPhone too. Just activate it on the Safari browser on your phone and save on the go. If you don't already have Honey, you could be straight up missing out. And by you using it, you are supporting this podcast and something that I've used. That's why I'm recommending you go and get Honey for free by going to www.joinhoney.com/Lewis. That's joinhoney.com/Lewis. Money can't buy happiness, but not worrying about your money comes close. That's where Chime can help you smile more. They were just named the #1 most loved banking app, with paydays coming 2 days early and fee-free overdrafts up to $200. They offer financial peace of mind in your wallet. All of this with no annual fees, large security deposits, or credit checks to apply. See for yourself why Chime is so loved at chime.com/Lewis. That's chime.com/Lewis. Chime is a financial technology company, not a bank. Banking services and debit card provided by the Bancorp Bank or Stride Bank North America, members FDIC. Early access to direct deposit funds depends on payer. Spot Me eligibility requirements and overdraft limits apply. See chime.com/spotme. Chime was the 2021 #1 most downloaded banking app in the United States, according to Apptopia. We're here tonight at the Ovens Auditorium in Charlotte, North Carolina. And actually, 100. I'm just going to tell you, in this, more than my show, if you yell stuff during it, nobody can hear it. This goes around the world, and all they'll hear is, so let's try to keep that to yourselves. I spent time in Charlotte, and I had my play. I had a play performed down here when I thought it was going to be hugely successful, and we did it down here at what was the Ace Charlotte Repertory Theater, and apparently no one in this room saw it, which would explain. So it's always nice to be back, and I love North Carolina, so it's good to be here. We'll get rolling. This is from Kevin Standridge. My wife doesn't follow my instructions and buy the aisle tickets to your show. Now I can't fucking mansplay and will be entirely uncomfortable during the show. God damn it! Well, you could have bought the tickets, Kevin. Just a tip for next time. Tristan W., dear people behind me in Charlotte during the show, could you not just shut the fuck up for 2 fucking seconds during the show? Why in the flying fuck would you yap all the way through a stand-up comedy show? Would you bring a fucking banjo to see the Rolling Stones? Of course not, so shut the fuck up and let people around you who don't huff paint for a living enjoy the fucking show. Chad Roberts, our neighbors have never seen any of your material, yet we brought them anyway. Give a shout out to Patrick and Lisa. May they forever be fucking appalled. Well, hopefully they didn't leave. Lawrence Hopkins, why do all the damn Yankees keep moving to North Carolina just to ruin my life? Fucking stay where you came from. The amazing thing about the North Carolina and a lot of the South, I was born and raised in Maryland, which is below, okay? Yeah, I know, the excitement is palpable. And it's below the Mason-Dixon line, okay? And I would tell people it's below the, I'm on your side. I'm kind of a southern state, but no, you're not. I'm trying to be on your side. No, you're not a fucking southern state, you piece of shit. You're going to get more and more people until you turn this place into a shithole. It's just going to say, okay? You know, it's, and I don't know why you're worried about it. It's, you know, you got all of these buildings to fucking fill up, so, you know, I wouldn't sweat Yankees coming down. And by the time, you know, you do a pretty good job of wearing those fuckers out, so give yourself some credit. Catherine Hutchins, my fucking sister agreed to watch the kids tonight so that I could come see the show, and then proceeded to ask me 3 times what time we were coming throughout the week because I have to rearrange my day around that. What the fuck? First time she has to babysit in over a year. God damn it, we don't ask often. Sam Ramberg, you can play that for her. That's the reason I read it. If you let her hear that and tell her the next time just fucking shut up and do the gig. Sam Ramberg, I'm not gonna read. I got 1, 2, 3. No, they're coming up. There's 4 or 5 things about politics. And it's all, he's a piece of shit. She's a piece of shit. They're a piece of shit. Boy, that's the biggest piece of shit. I've never seen more shit on a shit. This is shit on a shingle. I'm not reading it. We've been through the election. You can talk about it when I'm gone. This is Curtis Overcash. Health insurance vampires, along with their witch doctor counterparts, need to just fuck off. I'm sick and tired of having to stay one step ahead of their vile, manipulative plans to fuck me. I wish others were as interested in trying to screw me as they are. This one, I'm not reading the political ones. This is the kind of shit that's important. This is Jim Donahue. I fucking hate what they've done to Cheetos. Flaming hot, extra cheesy, extra crunchy. It's a fucking Cheeto. Not a nacho fucking Supreme. Leave it alone. And they better not come out with a Cool Ranch Cheeto. That will drive me to Plano, Texas, home of Frito-Lay, and drop a helicopter load of Cheeto dust sludge scraped off of 1,000 fourth graders' fingers. Brian Hadley. I referee high school football. I don't know how you do that. Just the parents alone. Recently, there was a fight in the stands that spilled out onto the field. 40 kids fighting. The cops handcuffed one kid who got away and was running up the steps of the stadium. The cop chasing him was so fat and out of shape, he stopped halfway up the stairs and sat down. The kid got away with his hands cuffed behind his back. So what the fuck did he do next? He's got cuffs on. He can't dial a phone, knock a door, or hitchhike. And what the fuck is with cops being in such bad shape they can't catch a perp? This is Roxanne McDonald. Well, yeah, for my birthday, my boyfriend said, baby, you can have anything you want. I thought about that. In my 20s, I would have said, I want to party all night long. In my 30s, I would have said, I want to screw all night long. She put blank. We're not allowing that. And in my 50s, I said, baby, can you please get all that shit out of my attic? Adrian Hirsch. I fucking love internet dating, that I can get dumped, get back together, and dumped all in one night. He couldn't make it to the show tonight. Fuck him, Adrian. Sarah Chernick. I'm on a first date right now, and I don't know how I feel about this dude. I wasn't going to mention your name, but I thought, fuck, I hope you didn't. As I'm reading it, I go, fuck, I hope she used a surname. He has a nice apartment, but I don't know about how I feel about his obsession with politics. I will tell you this. If you two were sitting together and it's a first date here, I'm pretty good as a first date barometer. And I have been. People have come to my show. It's been a first date, and afterwards, a while later, they got married. There are other people who come to my show. If you're laughing and he's not, or if he's laughing and you're not, ball game's over. This is Katie Barnwell. This is magnificent. This is real. I mean, this is really, it's just so, it's always something I wondered. What the hell am I supposed to do with all this so-called art my 6-year-old brings home? She brings home, She brings home drawings, crafts, designs with construction paper, ornaments, and a whole bunch of other handmade crap. She brings home on the average 9 to 12 pieces of art per day. Trust me, I've done the math, people. You can check my spreadsheet. But seriously, I've only got so much space on my refrigerator, and can we talk about something else I haven't figured out? At what age do we stop calling it art? At what age does a homemade birthday card turn from adorable and thoughtful to poor and trashy? I really want to know where this transition happens. So I have something to look forward to. I actually think I'm going to start handwriting my grocery list so I can just hang it up on the refrigerator and tell my daughter, look at the art I made today. I'm just so proud of myself. While I understand that I'm supposed to save a few things, I've got major mom guilt going on. Can anybody please tell me a safe number of artifacts from your child you need to save for each age? Please, anybody. No, seriously, like somebody please say 5 or less. Somebody please give me the okay to throw this shit away. All I'm doing by collecting even 5% of this so-called stuff is guaranteeing I'm going to piss somebody off on the back end. Whichever poor soul has to rifle through my attic and finds this garbage when I die. And even that person is going to wonder, good God, how much art can a kid make every year? You know, on second thought, this person might end up being my daughter. This might work out after all. I'd like to thank everybody who wrote in this evening. I'm going to end with this one, and I want to thank you all for coming out. It's been a pleasure spending time with you here. From Theodore Waltz, Mr. Black, I hear all these people talking about how hard the pandemic has been on them. Cry me a fucking river. My wife and I live in North Carolina, but for 12 years, she worked in Boston. I took her to the airport early Monday mornings and picked her up late Thursday nights. You can't imagine how much golfing and fishing I did. I was living the dream, brother. Hell, I can love anybody 3 days a week. That is spectacular. Well, along came the pandemic and turned my dream into a flicker nightmare. She's home every single minute of every day. Even now, with the pandemic over, they're allowing her to work from home. If I'm going to get any peace and quiet, I'm going to have to get COVID. Thank you all again. You all have a really terrific Thanksgiving. We're off for a week, and then we'll be back, and we'll be at next week. We're at fucking Englewood and New Brunswick. Send your rants in. Take care of each other. It's been a privilege and a pleasure performing for you. Thanks to all of you for listening to my Rantcast. If you have a rant you want to get off your chest, send it in to me at lewisblack.com/live. You can think of it as therapy, or whatever you want to think of it as. Just let it rip. And I want to thank the true stars of our show, the ranters, and the splendid rants they gave us. Lewis Black's Rantcast was created and hosted by me, Lewis Black. Our live rant audio was produced by James Salter. Our theme song by Chris Lane. Executive producer, Ben Brewer. Executive producers, Matt Kleinschmidt and Robert Kelly for the Laugh Button Podcast.